What's up, guys? It is Monday, April 3rd, 3:24 p.m., and this is the crypto market update. So we're going to dive into the weekly charts for the bond yields, the dollar, stock market. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and XLM. So let's get into it. So for right now, the bond yields, the momentum is to the downside. We've been saying that since back late last year. The momentum is to the downside. You can see that ever since November, we've had the TSI cross down. We've been going down. We did have a little bit of a scare over here in February, but then ultimately that was just a retest of the 786 retracement from this top to the bottom here. Bam. We just tapped it. Straight up just tapped it. Bang right there, and then we turned over, and right now we have that momentum still kicking to the downside. TSI crossed down, MACD red, and we're headed straight down through that zero line, which will signify, that downtrend in the bond yields to be set in stone. So another thing that I noticed, and also too, critical support right here, where we're basically on, and then I would go out on a limb and say this one is an important one as well too, right there, because we have that top, we have the top, and then if we come down there, that's where the bottom of the void lines are. So that's where we want to see us come through. So what I was looking at was the void lines. So the void lines are kind of like the Bollinger Bands. Like I'll throw up the Bollinger Bands to show you. Yep. So the Bollinger Bands are right here. Bang, like that. But the void lines are kind of like the Bollinger Bands, but they actually at the same time analyze and color code the fractal patterns. So as you can see here, you see we still have the upper band, the lower band, the middle line, but also we have the color coding. So the yellow, the green, the blue, the purple, the red, the yellow, the orange, the yellow, right? So that kind of can help us signify where we're at in the fractal. So and then we can look to the past to see, all right, what happened during that color coding period? Like, was that a big trend change move, or was that are we still in the move? If we're in orange, is that the top when we hit green? That's what we're going to look at today. And let me just turn down my volume. So there we go. So where we're at right now is we're at the red. And if we notice the past times where we're at the red was right here after a period of consolidation. Green was our top. We did a period of consolidation, and then red came in, and then we went again. And right here, green was basically kind of like our top. We've really been consolidating just like sideways in a sense, a little bit of an upwards drift. But where we're at right now is red at another area where we have a critical kind of. Last time we did a trend change and it was an acceleration of the trend. I believe we could be in for a reversal of the trend with this red coming in. Just like back here, we had the red come in, and let me hide the EMA ribbon. Yeah, right here we had the red come in, and that was a trend change because we were going down. We had the red come in, and then bang, we started going up, and then we went sideways. And then bang, we had a trend acceleration. Then we went sideways. And now I think we're going to have a trend reversal. So that kind of is more confirmation of the fact that bond yields are going to come down. On top of it, we have the higher time frames, the 3-week chart. I believe we have the sell now. And I think maybe we might have gotten the monthly now. So we have the sell now back here. Let me just clear out these drawings. Yep. So we literally got the buy now back here at the bottom in October 2020, where we broke out of this downtrend. And we got the sell now up here, like December 2022. So that's why I'm going out on a limb and say bond yields down. And then if we look at the monthly chart, we might have already gotten the sell now, or it's about to kick in right now. Nope, we didn't get it yet. So we did not get it yet. Let's look though, if all the kind of key things we look at for that to happen are about to. So we have one check mark, the stock RSI crossed down. And then now, let's see if we have the second one. So now the TSI is crossed down and the MACD is curling in. So basically, yeah, we're going to get that sell now on the bond yields if the bond yields even stay where they're at right now. We just don't want to see them kind of get back up over like 3.6 and definitely not over 3.96. So the rate that everything's going right now, the momentum's headed down. We're going to get the 1 month sell now. And if we look at the 1 month buy now here back in December 2020, that signified the end of this downtrend and the uptrend. So yeah, that's going to play out. It's going to play out. So now let's go to the dollar. So the dollar right now, we're on the weekly chart. We had a little scare over here as well too. This was a critical level because we were looking at the 3-day chart. We were looking at the 1 day, the 12-hour. We had the EMA ribbon sitting right there. We said we got to break back down below this because then if we kept going, then we would have had kind of some key time frames getting above the zero line in the TSI, which would have signified the dollar is going to keep going up. But we got rejected. And then we had the weekly stock RSI crossing down right here. We got a little bit of a scare, back around that late February, March timeframe. This was when the Silicon Valley Bank thing was happening. And then we ended up actually going back down. So we still have, this is the early stages of the dollar downtrend round 2. So we got multiple MACD reds. We got the TSI crossing back down. We have the stock RSI crossing down. And yeah, it looks like we have our eyes set on that 200 moving average on the weekly chart, which is around 99. Yep. And basically, if we throw this horizontal line on and kind of look to the left and see what happened in the past at that level, definitely a critical level where we had multiple rejection points. Everything above that point was moreover a parabolic phase in the dollar. And then from that, we would drop, as soon as we dropped down below that point, we went into a crazy bull markets, drop down from this point, crazy bull market in crypto. This might be the biggest bull market, crazy bull market in crypto, because look how much we went above it. Like I would go out on a limb and say let's do this. Let's throw up this bars pattern and go like this. And we can kind of chalk it up to say, this is probably what's in store. We overshot that 99, 100 level by a ton. And what I believe is we could probably see us shoot down and by a ton with the dollar. And we have all the macro and the narrative lining up for that to be the case. Definitely 100%. So that's what I'm expecting for the dollar. Just total meltdown for the dollar. And I think we're in the early stages of seeing that. So right now, that's what we're seeing for the dollar. We have the EMA ribbon getting rejected right here. We want to see us break the 786. So I think that's where we're at right now, is if we pull this low to this high up here. Yep, we're like right at the 786. Yep, we're right very close to it. It's around 101.91. We want to see us break down below that because the acceleration of the downwards movement in the dollar will happen very fast, and then the acceleration in cryptos will happen very fast as well too. So we're getting close. We're not quite there yet, but the dollar is in fact hanging on a cliff right now. So we will see if that's going to be the case today. I will say that it will happen probably within the next couple of days here, because we have the stock 12-hour chart, stock RSI crossing down, TSI about to cross down again, MACD about to cross down again, and we're at a critical level. So, and 12-hour charts, a pretty solid time frame to look at. Let's go to the 9-hour. Yep, same thing over here. Let's look at the 6-hour, same thing over there, as well as the 4-hour. Same thing right there. We're already crossed down. TSI's crossed down. MACD's crossing down. And we didn't see the 4-hour TSI get above that zero line, which is solid. So the dollar downtrend is just starting again. And we're going to be here to watch it all the way through. So now let's go to the 1-hour chart real quick. I just want to see, this could happen by tonight, to be honest, because we have the TSI already below the zero line. We want to just see some dark reds kick back into the MACD. Let's go to the 2-hour chart. Yep, we have dark reds there, 2-hour, and we still have the momentum heading down violently. It's about a really nosedive. So this is solid for cryptos. Let's go to the NASDAQ. So we're on the weekly chart, and we got above that 13,000 level. It's quite crazy. While everybody was saying, sell the everything back in December, January, February, March, basically, we were coming out every day saying, nope, we're about to go into a hyper boom. We're about to see, nope, stocks bottom, dollar top, bond yields down, crypto's up. And that's what we've been seeing so far. You even had people like Michael Burry, the guy from The Big Short, saying to sell. And we went against the grain. And so far, we've been pretty on top of it. So we're going to try to continue to do that. So right now, what I'm seeing with the 1 week is, we're at a key level. Let me throw the 786 on. Yep. So we have this top over here back from August down to the bottom. We stretch it out and bang, we got above that 786. We came up to here, rejection, back down. Now we're above it. So the key level for us to hold for the stock market is right there at 12,938. I'm going to throw an alert on that. Yep, definitely key level for us to hold as support. If we're looking at the weekly chart, we have crossed above that zero line in the TSI. Very positive. MACD shooting up green beanstalks. Let's go to the 2-week chart. 2 weeks crossing up. I would love to see that go above the zero line though, because then that would be set in stone that, yeah, we're about to go into a hyper boom. Okay, let's look at this. Look at the last time the TSI was below the zero line in basically, 20 years? There's only been maybe a handful. So over here, this was a little scare back in 06. Then we got above quickly. Then this was the scare. So 08. Yeah, this was a scare of 08. We tried to get back over the zero line, but we ended up crossing down. And this was the great financial crash. So, right. And then this whole time we didn't go below it until now over here. We could probably be at, this phase right here in the stock market. Maybe we do something like this. We go up, by May, and then by June, July, we start to curl over. And then by October, November, go like this. And then by the new year, something happens. Definitely in the cards for something like that to happen. Yeah, because any kind of upwards movement in stocks and all crypto, it could be accompanied by the ICE 9 freeze that we've been talking about. And that could happen later this year. But for right now, we do have the momentum heading up. So we got to ride that trend. 2-week chart looking solid. Okay, so now let's go into the next chart, which is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's hanging out at like 28,145 right now. Let's go to we're on the weekly chart. So we're at a key level. Let me hide the Stargate screener and let's put this horizontal line here. We can put it right there. That's where we came down to in June of 2022. And then we fell off a cliff right there. And then we came up, we broke above it here, held a support. So about like 2 weeks now holding that as support. If I throw that EMA ribbon on, you can see that, oh, okay, we got above it clean. But if we were to kind of drop down, that would be the first level of support I'd want to see, 26,680. But then the second level would be at 25,000 flat, because maybe right here, because we have that wick right there. And then we have these of support. Then we came up, then we ultimately dropped down below it. Then we came up here in August 2022, got rejected by it. Then we came up there in February this year, it got rejected. Then we cleanly broke above it. Then we found support on this horizontal line. But if we come back down, the 200 moving average is there for the weekly chart. And that would be the next level of support. So we'd want to see 25.2K hold as support. Okay, so so that's where we want to hold it as support if we came down to there. Weekly chart, let's look at the momentum. So TSI heading up vertical past the zero line, all good. We still got momentum to the upside right now. Let's just look at the TSI and go through some of those higher time frames and see if the momentum's to the upside. Weekly checks out. Let's go to the 10-day. Dude, checks out. Let's go to the 2-week chart. Checks out as well too. Guys, this is the period where we hold for a little bit longer. We don't get scared on any kind of minutia moves during the day. Because if you really pan out, you zoom out and you look at, oh, damn, we got a 3-week cross up on the TSI. I mean, those only happen maybe once a year. Last time we got a cross, it was a cross down in May 2021. We haven't seen something until February 2023. Then before that was June of 2020. Then November 2019. So like in the past, since 2014, we have 1 cross down, 2 cross up, a cross down here, cross up. So that's 4 now, then 5, 6, 8. This is our 8th cross on the TSI 3-week in a matter of 9 years. It's nothing to play around with. So 3-week chart, solid, momentum's looking up. 2-week chart, solid, momentum looking up. 12-day chart, solid, momentum looking up. 10-day chart, solid, momentum looking up. 1-week chart, solid momentum looking up. 6-day chart, solid momentum looking up. 5-day chart, solid momentum looking up. And I would say maybe we got to be a little more mindful of the 5-day chart because we had a little bit of a cross in and then we popped up. Kind of reminds me back here, a little bit of a cross in, pop up, and then we go back down. We are at a key level in the TSI though, I will say on the 5-day chart. Let's look at this. So right here, we found a little bit of a rejection back in August 2020, came back down, found a rejection back in November 2021, came back down, and then we're at it right now. So I would say when we're above this line in the TSI on the 5-day, we're in a huge parabolic bull run. But anything kind of when we're at it, this could be a level of like we could find a little relief right now. So we got to keep that on the radar. So that's the 5-day. 3-day chart. Cross down, cross back up. Momentum's kind of waning a little bit right there. Let's go to the 2-day, the 1-day, crossing down a little bit. So yeah, I would say the higher time frame screaming upside, but that doesn't mean over the next maybe couple days or a week that we kind of have a little bit of relief. But so the daily, 2-day, 3-day looks like it's, kind of working itself out. The higher time frames past that is screaming up. Let's look at the 12-hour. It's heading down here, so I would like to see that cross up because that would spill over into the 1-day, the 2-day, the 3-day, and have them kind of make a decision here. Let's look at the 9-hour. Yep, I want to see it cross up. 9-hour, 12-hour, 6-hour, 4-hour. Yep, if we just start to see the 4-hour cross up, that will spill into the 6-hour, and that will cross up, and that will spill into the 9-hour and the 12-hour, and that will cross up, and that will ultimately pull the 1-day, 2-day, 3-day up, which coinciding with those higher macro timeframes going up, that's when we're going to have that hyperdrive boom. It could be very close to it. Let's look at the 3-hour and the 2-hour. Yeah, because the 2-hour just started, I think, to cross up. Yep, 2-hour just started to cross up. We want to see this momentum continue here. We need to see it, the 1-hour, 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour start to head up here so we can go into this next kind of hyper boom. And that will probably be a result from the dollar crossing down these key levels and the momentum coming down. So I would say these next 7 to 10 days are going to be crucial for this to happen. This week is going to be very crucial. So definitely on the radar. So that was Bitcoin. Yep. So let's go to the 12-hour chart because we were also always watching that stock RSI. And right now it's below that 50 line. We need to get back above there. And we are at a key level as far as support with that middle line and the void lines acting as support here. We're right at it. So that's about 28K. 28K is definitely a critical level for us to hold above in the short term to see immediate upside. Then if I grab this low to this high, we also have 27,000 acting as a 786 right there. So that's definitely important for us to hold if we come down. To the upside, if we can break this high over here, high down, and say we already set the low, then we can start to target 30K to 32K to 34K, 35K. So that would be our next level that we would have our eyes set on. And that would coincide with these key areas of which used to be support, but now are resistance that we need to get above. So that would coincide with there. So we're definitely at a key level. It's no surprise we are getting hung up here a little bit on Bitcoin. And that's why we've seen some of the altcoins pop off. So as if we go sideways here and the dollar's dropping down, then maybe the altcoins start to shine a bit. So let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's right above on the weekly chart, the EMA ribbon. So 1780 is definitely a key level for us to hold in the short term for Ethereum support, because if we drop below that, then we're likely going to come back down that 200 moving average around 1581. But right now we're above it. So Ethereum is looking good for a solid pop up. You're seeing the weekly TSI get above. Let's look at the daily chart. Yep, we're holding that pretty solid right now. So Ethereum could start to outperform Bitcoin here. Definitely looks like that to be the case. And I think they have an upgrade happening in April as well too. That could probably give it a little boost. The 3-day chart, we're right at that 200 moving average. So definitely we're getting squeezed right now. We're at a squeeze point. We have the trend line coming up like this. And then we have that 200 moving average acting as that resistance. So pretty soon here, we're going to see something happen. Right now on the 3-day chart, it's saying upside. 2-day chart, yeah, it's just, it's kind of like neutral right now. It's really got to figure out what it wants to do. Maybe it's waiting for the dollar. So we're going to have to wait on that one. Let's look at XRP. It's above the weekly 200 moving average. So key. We need to maintain above this for immediate short-term upside. That's around 50 cents flat. We want to see that hold above the weekly chart. We do have the TSI crossing up vertical right now on the MACD rising dark green. Very solid there. Let's go to the 2-week chart. Crossing up right now as well. 3-week chart as well too. So very, very good stuff happening right now. The 3-week chart, if we can get above that EMA ribbon, it's on. So like I would say if we get above 52 cents, let's say if we get back above, hold on, let me go to yeah, if we start to shoot back above 54, 55 cents, and we have momentum on like that 2-day, 1-day, 12-hour chart, and we really start to see the cross up of the stock RSI and everything, we could really melt up quick. We do have some, some warning signs. I had shared it in my last video at XRP with the sell warnings and sell nows. So we definitely want to see us hold this level right here, 50 cents for XRP. If we don't, definitely I would say 48 cents, 48 to 49 cents could be in the cards. Definitely. So definitely keep that on your radar for that to be a possibility in the case. So 6-hour chart, you can see critical level that we're at. We've just been kind of riding it. So don't be surprised if something like that were to happen. If we do come down, maybe test 48 cents, which to me, I mean, that's just some short-term stuff that doesn't take into account the bigger picture as far as we have the 3-week cross, all those huge time frame stuff. So that's what I'm seeing with XRP. Definitely coming up on a trend line, I would say as well too. Pulling it up like this. Yeah, so riding that as support. So we're at a key level. We got to really start pushing up here if we want to see immediate short-term upside. If we pull down, it doesn't mean like, oh, it's done. It just means like you're taking a little bit of a breather before, heading back up again. So I say 47, 48 cents as a key level because that's where we had our drop-off point over here. That's where we found a little bit of resistance right there. We popped up from it. So that would be a key level for us to hold as support. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Yeah, we're that 3-day 200 moving average. We're right above right now. It's around 50.50. Yeah, like 50 cents, I'd say. That's definitely important for us to maintain above as well too. So let's go to the weekly chart or the 2-week it was, because there was something I noticed with the void lines. And I'm going to clean up this whole chart real quick. This is what it was. Okay. So you notice, right, that the last times we had huge price explosions, or at least like a change of the trend, was when we are in the period of blue to purple. The red is really what kind of changed our trend. So blue to purple to red changed our trend of going down to sideways at least. And then blue to purple to red was our huge explosion. Then blue to purple to red was our change of trend to a bear market. Blue to purple to red was actually a change of trend to going sideways. We did fall lower, but like this was actually Bitcoin's bottom period and Ethereum's bottom period and a bunch of others. Like XLM and XRP just kept going down, but that actually was the entire market's kind of sideways period, sideways accumulation. Then we had the blue to purple to red was the kick up of our bull market. And then we had the blue to purple to red was the start of our bear market. And now we're at the blue to purple and we're right to be at the red again. And then with us seeing what we were already kind of done, we've gone up. We could definitely be at a time like this. 100%. We could be seeing the early phases right now because we do blue to purple to red. If we're popping up at that time, that's usually a good sign. If we do blue to purple to red and we're going down at the time, it's usually a negative sign, but we're actually popping up. And we do have the void lines, mouths opening up wide, which it signifies a strong move. And this is the weekly chart. So it's not like it's a low time frame stuff. Let me hide the EMA ribbon so you can see it. Yeah, you had the void lines opening up, and I'll even hide the actual chart and you can see opening up right there. So this could be a very big move. But 50 cents, holding that 48 to 50 cent level is definitely crucial for immediate short-term upside. And like I said, XRP, it runs in like a span of 3 to 4 weeks. We covered that in our group session the other day, where when it goes, it's like 3 or 4 weeks and then it's done. So we need to see in the next 14 days some fireworks out of XRP for this to be the time. And yeah, we're definitely 2-week chart. Look where the void line's at, 58 cents. So if we just bust through 58 cents with a lot of force in it, then we could see huge price explosion, because that would mean that the 2-week mouths would open up, and you rarely see that unless it's a huge move. So definitely interesting stuff there. So yeah, so XRP as far as macro picture looks great. And then let's take a look at XLM and finish it off. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go into XLM because the chart's actually starting to move as we speak. So I want to push this video out to you guys ASAP, and then we'll continue this conversation further in the Discord. So if you're not already in the Discord, link in the bio, come join the Discord, and we're going to cover this further because price is moving right now. I want to make sure I shoot this video out since it's getting later in the day. So I'll see you guys over there and in the next video.